Hey, welcome back. Getting back with a portfolio update with an overall uneventful month in terms of buys, but full of events outside that. I'm currently still outperforming the S&P in the past year, but again, not something that important for my long-term focus. Still, there are some very important things that happened and I want to talk about them, so let's get into it and don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed it. We saw the war or conflict or whatever you wanna call it between Israel and Iran and the effect it had on the price of oil. Just keep in mind that with oil, a full-scale war in the Middle East means probably prices over 100 per barrel. We saw one of the biggest drops in ages when Iran only bombed some US bases in Qatar and allowed entering into a ceasefire, but if it attacked some oil refineries, then it probably would have jumped in the 80s, 90s in a single day. So this is a very fragile commodity price that can always jump even like 50% from the current level pretty much overnight. And to be fair, the likelihood of this scenario is unfortunately high. So having some exposure and a hedge to it at low prices can actually be very beneficial. I'm keeping an eye on Petrobras, Total, Devon, Oxy, maybe some Norwegian company. There are plenty of very good options depending on what you want. There are high average dividends in most of them, some value, growth, so you can build a very nice package of oil and gas exposure. I'm working on a third industry analysis video, but until then make sure you watch the other two as well. In the pinned comment below you can find a free link to check out a very interesting Norwegian oil company that I analyzed on Seeking Alpha recently, and I would even say it's a buy now. Also, WBD finally announced some details about splitting the company, which I called the catalyst in several previous videos. As I said, one will be the high potential Netflix-like streaming company, but it will also have IPs, and the other will be the global networks that's a slow and steadily declining cash cow with a lot of debt. This should unlock a lot of value and could potentially make it a very profitable long-term investment, but we'll get more info about it soon. The market initially liked it and it's now up like 40% since late April, and in all fairness, it should like it. It's basically addressing the main issues, meaning huge debt and dying cable business, and allowing the high potential HBO and the rest to shine. Now we can have one traded at like 5x the cash flow as they refinance and repay the debt, and the other at like 40 given the growth and potential. And about the protests and the response to them, we are again just further eroding the country's image and trust. You know, if this happened in other countries, we'd probably be looking at some 10-20% crash in their main index due to serious political issues. For now that's not happening in the US because what can happen, right? But give it a few more years like this and we may not be looking at the investing safe haven that we know them as. Again, politics play a very important role in a country's valuation. China is probably the perfect example because it's a completely different environment that you can't really trust, and that's by default a higher level of risk. Otherwise, you'd see their tech giants trading in the 20, 30, 40x ratios like the Americans. But sure, it would take a lot to see the US fall like that, but the EU seems to target becoming the new US when it comes to investing in the economy. And then you also have BRICS and OPEC targeting the dollar, so it's quite uncertain. I actually didn't buy anything the whole month. Things aren't really that attractive, and with earnings and volatility coming soon, I decided to wait and see. However, I revisited more than a couple of very interesting companies that I wrote about on Seeking Alpha. You have Amcor for massive dividends and safety plus a very solid acquisition, Global Payments for another very solid acquisition, and overall a seemingly better and even cheaper company than PayPal, plus my other companies on the watch list. These are normally behind the paywall, but you can get free access to them using the links in the pinned comment below. And if you want full access to, I'd say maybe 300 analyses from me per year and a ton of other content from thousands of writers, check out the Seeking Alpha discount link below. It may seem like much, but if you think about it, you pay less than $1 for one analysis from me on average, plus basically unlimited content and more data than you can consume. And it's also a very nice way to support me because they have a very generous affiliate program. And if you are worried about the quality when I publish so much, just know that it's actually more than you see in a video because it's much easier for me to give you links and present a lot of data in that format over a video. I unfortunately have to simplify the videos for user retention and for everyone to be able to see things from any device. Plus, everything goes through editors, feedback, make changes and so on, so they don't just publish everything. Or if you just want one analysis that I published, let me know and I'll send you a link for free because they also allow me to do that to up to 5 a month. So overall a very slow month when it comes to the portfolio, although it showed some resilience in a very volatile time once again. Still, we are probably looking at a lot of volatility ahead with the earnings season beginning because everyone will have to talk about the impact of tariffs and remodel their outlook. So I'll probably buy more stuff in July and hope to even begin some position in oil companies. But you know that I'd rather be maybe even too cautious, so we'll see. As always, what I cover in my videos shouldn't be enough for you to make any investment decisions, so please do your own research before investing in anything. If you want to see more videos like this one, please leave a like and even a comment to help me out and make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.